So it has been exactly a week while I filmed this video since I had that nasty fall out on the coast path testing out the new ASICS Trabuco Max 4, and I ended up damaging my left hamstring. I've got to say, I think I've been lucky. It's not as bad as I thought it was, because at the time I went down heavy, it made some odd noises, and I really did think I'd knackered myself and I was going to be out of running for a long time. Since then, I've popped up to see my brilliant sports physio, Paul Coker at Move Physiotherapy Cornwall, and he was a lot more positive about the whole thing, and he's given me some exercises to do, some rehab stuff, so hopefully I'll be back out there strong and running very soon. But today I thought I would grab a coffee, get some fresh air, and give you guys an injury update. So you can see what I mean by a lovely day down here in Cornwall. Got my sunglasses on, and maybe I didn't need a coat as warm as this. I am sweating already, but beautiful day, and we're just going to go out on the Towers. Feels weird to be coming out here and not running, but it's great to get out in the fresh air, grab an hour or so away from the laptop, just soak up this lovely sunshine. So how is the injury recovery going? Well, I've got to say it, you can probably see from the footage, I'm actually walking pretty good, so I think it's going well. We're still a fair bit away from getting out here and running. You know, I don't want to rush it. I've been told by Paul, my sports physio, that, you know, if I can't walk without a limp, or I can't hop on my left leg for over 30 seconds with no pain or discomfort, then I'm not to run, and I'm not quite there yet, but we are definitely getting there, and I reckon give it another week or so, keep doing those recovery exercises religiously every day, which I am doing and I'll continue to do, and you never know, in a week's time maybe we can get back out here and hit the trails, which would be awesome, because when I fell, I know I went down heavy and there were some strange noises made coming from the hamstring. I really thought I was going to be out for a long time, so touch wood, fingers crossed, and everything else, that's not going to be the case, which will be great, because we got some awesome shoes at Run4Adventure HQ that we're going to be testing out as soon as we're back running. So 3 shoes from VJ Sports. I hear you all cheer, because you guys have been asking for that brand to feature on the channel for a long time. So we have their iRock Plus, we've got their Max 2, but we've also got their brand new, soon to be released Ultra 3, which looks awesome. And judging by the appearance of the shoe, the specs of the shoe, I think I'm going to enjoy that one. So can't wait to get all 3 shoes on my feet and give them a thorough testing. Give me your summer. Give me your night. Give me your summer. Give me your night. Give me your summer. Give me your night. So I actually think, considering the severity of the fall, how it felt at the time, the outcome's been pretty positive, and I was pretty lucky considering. And I've also got to take this opportunity to thank all of you guys. You know, all the lovely positive messages you sent me, the get well soon messages really did help, because you know, I know you lot will understand, you're all runners, and you know, it's tough when we pick up a niggle or an injury and we can't get out there and do what we love to do. And then obviously there's the added pressure that I do it for a living. You know, I've got to be running to make content for you guys at home. So all those positive messages meant the world to me, so thanks very much. Although we did have some pretty strange comments as well. Believe it or not, you know, I had comments saying I shouldn't have been running in those conditions and it was dumb running. Well, you know, any of you guys that live in the UK, run in the UK on the trails will know that's just what we have to deal with. If we didn't go out in conditions like that, then especially down here in Cornwall on the coast path, I wouldn't be running the trails from say October until May. So that's just not the case. And you know, those muddy, wet conditions are what we deal with, and I've been running in those for 20 plus years. So, you know, I'm used to it, I'm prepared for it, and it was just a freak accident. I've actually run through that section of trail in the winter hundreds, if not thousands of times. You know, it always sits wet and muddy there. I'm used to it, I'm experienced on it, and I've never ever had a problem. And that's the first time I've gone through that section of trail and ended up putting my foot in a bog. So I really wasn't expecting it. And that just goes with the territory when we're trail running. You know, these things can happen when we least expect it. I mean, take into consideration the last time I had a serious injury when I sprained my ankle, I was running on the road, stepping up a curb. So it can happen at any time. And, you know, it was a freak accident, but I really do think the lack of traction on that shoe didn't help the situation at all. However, I'm definitely not blaming the shoe, but you know, I've run a lot of muddy trails in real heavy, wet, boggy conditions in a 4mm deep lug trail shoe. And yes, it won't be the best traction in the world, but it's more than manageable. You just have to tread carefully and it's fine. But in the ASICS shoe, it was very different. You know, even on the slightest bit of mud, it really did struggle. And again, I had lots of comments saying that I should have picked a different trail, I should have picked a different route, and in hindsight, yes, you're probably right. But you know, I was going out to test that shoe in tougher conditions, because on the first run that I took it out on, you know, the conditions were nice and dry. It was pretty standard trail, nothing too challenging. So I really wanted to test them out on a more technical, wetter, muddier route, and I definitely got that. But like I said, in hindsight, maybe it wasn't the best idea, because the shoe really did struggle the whole way round until I fell over. So we're pretty much done with the walk and the update, and I'm heading off back home. It's been so good to get out for an hour or so, stretch the legs, especially in this beautiful weather we're having in Cornwall at the moment. So good to feel the warmth of the sun on my face again, and hopefully this weather's going to continue for a while for when I get back running. And it means that the warmer days of summer are just around the corner, fingers crossed. I also want to tell you some exciting news. So we've just had a couple of races confirmed for later in the year in some beautiful locations. So we're going to tell you a lot more about that on the channel very soon. Really hope you enjoyed the video. I've got to say a massive thanks again for all your support, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Super simple to do, just by clicking on that little red box down there in the corner, and it is completely free, but it is a big help. And while you're there, why not hit that bell icon as well, because then you'll be notified when we upload any new content on the channel. But I'm off back home. I've got an afternoon in front of the laptop. I'm going to do my exercises to get that hamstring nice and strong. And as always, stay safe and keep on running, and no falling over on the coast path or on the trails and injuring yourself.